Say mine, bro. We got motherfucking Aaron the Plumber scam VladTV out of an interview. Everything in this video is for educational purposes only. Like, comment, subscribe. New finna hit 5,000 subs. Come on, bro. We finna watch shit together. Bro, play the video, gang.
Aaron the Plumber, use a dirt bag. We're going to talk about it. Aaron the Plumber, listen up. I'm going to tell you guys what happened.
This is scandalous.
This is scandalous. Over the weekend, VladTV was in New York. He had a conversation with Aaron the Plumber. He wanted to get him on the show. He's viral right now. Makes sense. So, Vlad has the conversation with him. Aaron the Plumber is used to getting a bag for doing content because these 20 versus ones, etc. They print money off that shit. It always goes viral. So Aaron the Plumber's asking for whatever amount of money. Vlad basically tells him, like, hey, we can get you a flight and we can get you a hotel, but that's it. Are you down? Aaron the Plumber ends up saying yes. Aaron the Plumber gets on the flight, flies his ass out to New York, stays in the hotel room. The next morning, supposed to go do the VladTV interview, goes ghost. Does not respond to Vlad. Now, if you know Vlad, Vlad's about his bread. Vlad had security there, which was one of Aaron the Plumber's requests. When you think about the flight and the hotel, even just Vlad's time that he thought that he was doing this thing that day, he's got to pay for the filmer guy to be there. In Vlad's words, he's out about $2,000 for this whole thing, $2,500. Vlad hits me up pissed, asking me, does Aaron the Plumber have a reputation of this type of shit, etc.? My response was that we have had, Aaron the Plumber is weird because we'll be having a conversation about doing content together, and then he'll just kind of ghost me. Like we'll send a bunch of messages back and forth rapidly, and then I'll be like, okay, you want to do that thing today? And then he'll just stop responding. So this does seem to be kind of his thing. Aaron the Plumber basically goes on social media and starts bragging about it, saying, hey, Vlad, you didn't pay me enough. You had me all the way in the back of the plane. The seat didn't recline, etc. So Aaron's pissed that Vlad is trying to expose him. And even when I messaged Aaron and wrote LOL, why are you doing my boy Vlad like that? Instantly, Aaron's pissed that Vlad, he was even having this conversation with people, even telling his friends that from his perspective, he got scammed. So then Aaron the Plumber posts the conversation on his Instagram story, which included Vlad's phone number.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So all of a sudden,
You leaked his number, gang?
Vlad's getting, a million calls and texts from all the Aaron the Plumber fans, plumbers all over the world. And
plumbers from all over the world.
Vlad is a vengeful god. He goes into his bag, starts having conversations with people, and I cannot spoil it. I've been sworn to secrecy, but apparently within the next day or two, we are going to have a clip dropping on Vlad's channel of him having a conversation with Wack in which paperwork of a kind is coming out that realistically, from what I've seen and the confidence that Vlad seems to have about this, the confidence that Wack seems to have about this, Aaron the Plumber's reputation as a tough guy may be coming to an abrupt end. Now, how much do people really care about that? I don't really know because, YSL Woody obviously was out here doing every kind of content, piece of content over the years, but it might be a rough week for Aaron the Plumber from what I can see.
Okay, so I'm assuming that this is either paperwork that alludes to him having sex charges or snitch charges.
Not sex charges. I will say that,
okay.
I can't put that on him.
I think the sex charges will hurt him more than some gangster shit.
You're right.
Exactly. The sex charge would definitely hurt him more than the snitch charge.
You're right. That for sure would be worse.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, if he's still down to run hands, he's still down to, because I never thought of Aaron the Plumber as a gangster. Just me personally, my perception of him, he's a regular dude that's down to throw hands and does funny.
But I think at a certain point he was more explicitly with the gang. I don't know exactly what he was claiming, but he was around a lot of people while he was locked up, etc. It does feel like he maybe consciously took a step back from that because I've seen interviews where people really try to press him. Stockton is a gang-related city. You're from Stockton. Tell us who you were rolling with, etc. And he seems like he doesn't really like to get into details about that. Now, I'm still perfectly willing to do content with him regardless, but from my perspective, this is definitely going to throw a stick in the spokes, as they say.
I heard the homie Donut spit on him or something. Donut for Queensbridge?
That definitely happened.
Yeah.
Spit on his back.
It was
Pause.
yeah, it was like a weird.
Like, just imagine you touching the spit too. Like he did this. It said he had the shit on his hand. Ugh. Hell, like I'm up in 10 million.
moment though. He did spit on him.
Aaron was up in
What
his
did Aaron
face.
do?
Hey, Bradinsky, we gonna fade in a real way. And then Aaron just turns around. He got like no shirt on, and all of a sudden, blah,
Aaron looked like he was way
blows a
more with
huge
the activities.
loogie on his back.
So what happened though? He didn't get off or nothing?
No,
Nah,
He just took the spit.
he tried to get off.
I feel like there was security there and shit.
Yeah.
but it didn't really turn
That's
into
a W
anything.
for Inglewood. Shout out Donut. Everything.
Oh, he's from. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he's from
we
Boston.
got to
He
get
is, he is.
Donut on here.
Bro is from Donuts from Inglewood.
Can we have him
and
pull
He's
up?
a very respected.
Yeah, shout out
He's
Donut.
out here.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's do it.
No
Uh,
cap.
That's not Devil Donut.
Who?
Devil and Donut are two different.
I know. But
Who's Devil?
was Brick trying to shout out this donut?
No, he's shouting
No, he's
out
talking about
fools
Devil
from
from
Fodies.
Fodies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Devil and but now Devil Donut's like its own incarnation that exists as an entity. And ChatGPT, do your best.
I'm a bit conflicted on this one.
With the spit.
No. Spit thing is like
Oh, he
That's
wins.
disrespectful.
that's disrespectful, but then it's like with that one, it's like it's disrespectful, but then there's security. So if you spit on somebody and they turn around and want to fight you, I feel like you're kind of obligated to fight them because that's like walking up to somebody, pulling off your glove and slapping them across the face, and that's a challenge.
Aaron
But
tried to
I'm
fight
not-
him though.
Yeah, but they said there's security. Or
I
something.
thought
Yeah.
that it was. I mean, we could even watch the video, but I thought that it was on a reality show, which made me
It
feel
was.
differently about it too. But it was okay. But
no,
then
no,
people
hold
told me
on.
it wasn't.
It was at the filming of a reality show at Ray J's crib in
Oh,
ATL,
okay.
but it was not actually on air.
I-
And it was over a f***ing cell phone charger.
I remember Aaron.
Literally.
the
I'll be
plumber-
ready to kill over a cell phone
Yeah,
charger
go
too.
over
So I
by
kind of
the-
feel
Yeah, I be ready to slam the guy by my fast charger for sure. Like,
These
Oh.
days, yeah.
that's my lifeline.
oh God, nigga.
Biggest item of theft.
I go broke
Hey, no, some real shit though. I'm not killing a nigga over no charger.
if I don't have one.
They was
All-
about to squabble over a
All
phone
I-
charger.
All I know is Aaron the plumber called out a bunch of fades, and then he got threatened by Whack. But that's was what Whack put out on the what. But what the thing with the Vlad thing is like,
It's weak.
one,
Bad
if
business.
you make an agreement to do something, you should always do it. But on the other hand, Vlad, you disrespecting that man, knowing he's getting paid to do content. This has become his full-time career. He walked away from what seems to be a lucrative job as a plumber.
Right.
He helps people. And you out here trying to treat niggas like slaves. I'm going to be real. Like,
How is
People-
how is
no, no,
entering
no.
into
Yo,
a
what?
mutual agreement?
Nah, nigga, shut up. He got a point, nigga, because you ain't trying to pay a nigga no money. Like, you just trying to give a nigga clout, and you trying to get the money out the back end. You gonna get everything, because you just want to pay for my room, pay for my flight. Nah, nigga, you just want to pay for my way here so you can get the content. I see it with the game here.
Agreement to fly somebody out to do content. How is that treating them?
I guess, bro, he did agree to the shit, but still, though, gang, like, you could have paid me something for you VladTV, gang.
Like a slave?
hey,
Yeah,
He could have said no.
He looked at that as disrespecting boot gang though.
yeah, that's what I think too. That's what I know happened.
So yeah,
Bro
Boot-
thought
so-
about it.
Bro, Vlad was trying to do good business, and then Aaron the plumber basically created a scenario in which now everybody, myself included, I'm still willing to do content with him. But if I hit him up for an interview tomorrow and he said, "Yeah, give me a flight and a hotel," I'm gonna say, "Nah, get your own flight and hotel. I'll give you the money the second that we're done the interview." But you have officially proven that you are not a trustworthy person. To
Oh,
do
so he
content
was
with.
going to pay him.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't gonna. He got him a flight and a hotel.
Yeah. So what was Aaron the plumber getting out of that?
Nothing.
Exposure.
Well,
Nah, he got
wait a sec.
exposure.
He just got
See,
a free trip.
But Vlad is a big platform, and I can see why somebody like Aaron the Plumber would want to do Vlad, even if he's not getting paid for that, even if he also did get paid for all these reality
Vlad-
shows, 20 versus 1s, etc.
gotta-
Now, if I'm Vlad, I would have been down to pay him.
You sure?
Because
you
he's a
sure
huge.
Vlad
he's
wasn't paying?
huge.
Vlad told you he wasn't paying.
Vlad told me he wanted $5,000, and then Vlad said, "Nah, we could pay for your flight and hotel." And then they're like,
So
"All
we
right."
won't
Give him something though. That, but look,
a piece of the
You treat him like a
monetization.
Flight and hotel is
He
something.
usually
you
does
flew
that.
him out like a broad. Talking about you getting flued out and that's it.
Listen. Listen.
So I think that's
Exactly, fool. No bread, no nothing. Like, I just got to come over here and talk to you for however long, cuz, and I just get more clout. Guy, I don't want to do that, bro. Give me some money, gang.
Neither that's a mutual agreement based on what you are worth.
Listen.
Fly me out,
No,
Vlad.
it's not.
And
It's-
if there's a massive disagreement about what you're worth and you don't think that that's fair, then say, all right, bet maybe when I'm in New York next time or I'm in LA next time, I'll hit you up and we can do the podcast or an interview. But if you lie and say that you're going to do it and then ghost him, that takes everybody who ever thought about paying you to do some content and puts them in the position where you are now viewed as not trustworthy.
if you come at me like a sucker, I'm going to treat you like a sucker. This dude took someone, Vlad is big, but he ain't got nothing on Pop the Balloon. They're hitting 1 million every video damn near.
Whoa.
So
Aaron made that.
listen, everybody already look at,
He do got a point, cause like it's about the views at the end of the day, and Pop the Balloon is getting way more than fucking interviews from Vlad, nigga, and Aaron the Plumber on a whole bunch of Pop the Balloons right now.
Vlad like a culture vulture, and he was acting like one. I know
I
you're
mean-
big.
He was
Listen,
entering into a mutual agreement
Hey.
to pay him for his time.
listen, man.
Or he paid him with a flight and hotel.
Listen. You disrespected the man with the offer.
That ain't disrespect.
Listen, yes, it is.
That's the ultimate in respect.
Not only
According
that-
to you, that's not disrespect. But what I'm telling you is, shout out to Aaron the Plumber. Maybe it took him to get on that plane and get out there to realize his worth and say, F Vlad, I'm not going over there for nothing. No shout out to Vlad. Vlad, you got the money. You brag about how rich you are. Give that man something, because you're not bringing that man up there because he's just a regular nobody. You're
okay.
bringing him up there to bring
I
attention
had
to your
almost
platform.
this exact same conversation with a very legendary rapper a couple of months ago. He hit me up. He said, yo, you want to interview me? I said, yeah, let's do it. He said, all right, I need flight, hotel, and 5 bands. I said, I can't do that. It's honestly just not worth it. Now, this rapper is someone who had a very significant contribution to the culture. I respect his contribution. I respect who he is and everything. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to throw him in the mix. But I told him, listen, it's just, that's too much. Like, that's going to be basically like $7K in total. That's too much. I can't afford it. I respect you, and I'm down to do it. If you're in LA, I could cut you a little check to do an interview or whatever once you're already here, but I can't do all that. And pleasantly, I was surprised by the fact that he wasn't offended by it, and he said, all right, bet, I understand. I'll hit you up next time I'm in LA. That's how you handle it respectfully.
I respect your counteroffer, though.
That is, yeah, he gave him a counter offer, like he gave him something to look forward to. Like Vlad did not do that.
Right.
Yeah. Facts with that. But here's the thing, too. Now, Aaron definitely, like, if I was Vlad, I would have paid him. I think he deserves some form of monetization with that. And Vlad has said oftentimes he gives part of his YouTube monetization to people that come on. And that's like,
No, he
so-
pays them a flat fee, though. He doesn't ever do like a percentage deal on whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll pay, they agree on that up front.
That's what
Regardless of
Marlon
that,
Wayans wanted.
Marlon Wayans wanted $40K up front and then what was it, 60% of the back end for the entirety of the video, which is just absurd.
Right.
That would never pay for itself.
but also to compare the Pop the Balloon to Vlad's legacy, that's super out of pocket.
This ain't about the legacy.
It
He
is, though,
trying to
because-
It's
use.
about the current times, gang. It's about the trend, cuz.
Saying at a specific moment in time it has more traction. That's not the gravity of appearing on Vlad is way more significant than appearing on Pop the Balloon.
Okay,
The ne-
what's bigger, Vlad or Shannon Sharp? Because Shannon Sharp going to do more numbers consistently.
Sharp.
But Shannon Sharp's only been in the position to do much better numbers for what, like 6 months or a year? You know, so it's like, you know, but either way,
You have
Aaron
to put
could have said
Joe-
no. He could have just said, nah, I ain't doing it. Instead, he decided to basically steal from Vlad.
I
No, he
understand,
didn't
but I
steal
don't
He
fucking-
did. He accepted money under.
Nigga ain't steal shit. He gave it to him, nigga. Bro, what the fuck? He ain't just mind put a gun to his head, tell him to do this. No, he did not.
false pretenses, and then he didn't follow through on his end
Man,
of the
that
deal.
Vlad
business.
tried to exploit that man.
How is it
Straight up.
exploitation when he agreed to the
Bruh,
dollar amount?
Listen, the name of the game is what have you done for me lately? This is a meritocracy. Don't nobody give a damn about how many views Vlad used to get. Aaron the Plumber is
Vlad
bigger
does hella
than
views.
Yeah, you're
Aaron the
bleeding it.
Plumber is bigger than Vlad at this moment. His time is short. No, listen.
I think
His time
exploit the wrong
his
word, though.
time is his time is short, but he has made a name for himself in this space. He's not developing his own platform, so this might be short-lived.
He does have his own
You
platform.
kept it. I don't know if
Aaron
it's
the
gonna
Plumber.
be up here.
Not
He
Vlad,
does
right?
decent numbers on it. Aaron's doing his thing on his own shit
Oh, for
too.
real?
But what I'm saying is, what you did was respectful. You said, "Look, I can't give you what you want, but here's what I can do."
And it's the exact same thing that Vlad did.
No.
And Aaron agreed to it. and then he skated on it.
I just asked you, did Vlad offer him something when he?
Yeah, a flight and a hotel.
No,
tried to
but
fly
you
him out
said
like
you
a
would
fraud.
give.
It might be worth $2K.
But
It might be
you
worth
said-
at least $1,500.
But these are this is different then because you said with the rapper, you said I'll fly you out, get you the hotel, but I'll give you a little something on the back
No,
end.
I told him that's
After.
all I could do. I told him I couldn't really give him money.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Well,
I'll catch you when you're in California and break you off, but I can't.
yeah.
boom,
And
this.
yeah, then I said, when you're in LA, maybe I'll give you a band or two, which is basically the exact equivalent of like flight and hotel. But I understand from this dude's perspective that it's like, it doesn't really make sense for him at this point in his career to come out to LA to just do an interview for what? For exposure. Now, granted, if he was out
To
here,
New
he'd
York, you
probably
mean?
do a couple other things too. And some people are in that perspective, you know, where let's say this guy had a new album or a movie to promote or whatever, then he probably would have done it. Either way, all I'm saying, Vlad, regardless of where he's at right now in his career, which I would say I look at his, you know, views on Social Blade or whatever, and he's been very consistently like 30 million views a month for many years now. I just feel like Aaron is in a moment where he's hot, but I've seen it happen to a lot of people. The amount that FYBJ Man could charge for interviews 2 years ago is significantly different than the amount that he could charge right now. And that's nothing against him or anything, but the truth is that unless you can consistently reinvent yourself, somebody like Charleston White, he seems like he's done a great job of that. But also even Charleston White, I noticed his interviews not necessarily doing the same views over and over like they were in the beginning.
No, you gotta
Someone
argue with
Crip
Nazis.
Mac. I interviewed Crip Mac, got 2 million views on some of those interviews. And then by the end of Crip Mac's time out here, before he went and got locked up again, he was doing interviews for $500 that were getting 100,000 views or whatever, which even that
$155.
is still kind of impressive because, you know, realistically, once you've done 50 interviews or 100 interviews, or in Crip Mac's case, even more, you know, of course your interviews aren't going to do more. And at a certain point, now you're doing smaller platforms and
And he's
they
still
don't have to
inflating
build
their
to-
numbers. Like anytime Crip Mac bless a platform, the numbers go up. Even if
For
it is
sure. He's a gift to many platforms. Yeah.
Right.
All right, man. Shit. We're going to let this shit be that, man. I love y'all, man. Peace.